again, happy travelers. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. For the next 12 days, Kevin and I are going to be hanging out in this sweet camper van on our way to Wyoming. But it's a little windy out here, so let's go inside and talk about it. This is our home for the next 12 days. We have partnered with Travellers Autobarn, which is a camper van rental company, to rent this awesome camper. We're going to Yellowstone National Park and Grand Tetons. So up in Wyoming, the nights are going to be pretty cold.
The van has everything that you need. It's got stove, sink, fridge, microwave, so we're really excited to be exploring in this thing.
This is my first time ever even in a camper van, let alone camping in one, so I'm pretty excited. We picked up the van this morning and then we had to drive it home to load it up, and we got a little bit later of a start than we anticipated, so we left around 2 o'clock. We're gonna drive as far as we can tonight and then hopefully the rest of the way tomorrow. It's about a 15-hour drive. We have no reservations. We have total freedom in our camper van, which is pretty darn cool.
So we've already drove a couple hours outside of the city. We're trying to get as far as we can. We need to get back on the road though because we have a lot further to go today.
Let's get back on that road. Stopped by the side of the road. We are shooting for Vegas. We might get a little further than that, but we got a late start.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. We definitely thought we were gonna be a little further by now, but
yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a very, very long day of driving if we don't get past Vegas.
yeah, at least it was a good sunset though. Okay, we have made it about a half hour or so past Vegas. We are on the road to the Valley of Fire State Park, but there is just some dispersed camping that we can kind of pull over and camp for free, so that is what we're doing. And we've never done dispersed camping before, so it should be a little interesting.
Just a little spot off the side of the road with, you know, no amenities or anything, but we have this nifty camper van, so we are pretty much set for the night.
But we have to set up the bed, and we haven't done that yet, so fingers crossed we'll figure it out. All right, that's gonna do it for us tonight.
We'll see you in the morning.
Good morning. So we slept pretty well last night. The bed was pretty comfy, and it is about 6:30 right now. We've got a very long drive ahead of us, so we are gonna pack everything up and get back on the road.
This van has solar panels, which charges the battery for the lights and the sink pump and the fridge, but unfortunately the sink pump was on all day yesterday unbeknownst to us, so the battery is dead. But the sun's gonna come out soon, and then I can wash my face because it needs to be washed. And I need coffee, if you can't tell. All right, we're making our first stop of the day in Mesquite, Nevada. We're just stopping for some breakfast sandwiches and coffee since we didn't do it in the van today. This is day 2 of our road trip, and just so you're aware, we got tested right before we left on the trip, and we got our results back a couple days ago, and we were both negative, so we're just trying to be as responsible as possible. We're still practicing social distancing, wearing masks everywhere we go, and luckily we have a mobile hand washing station with us, so we are clean as a whistle.
We stopped and got some gas, picked up some coffee. McCafe is not the best, but it gets the job done. And we headed a bit further down the road, but we didn't get very far because we had to pull over and take a picture of the Arizona sign as we came in.
So our route took us through the northwest corner of Arizona, so we were there for about a half an hour, and it was as scenic as could be. A nice Red Rock Canyon, the Virgin River Canyon, which is very beautiful. And we just crossed into Utah, and it's gonna be a little longer than a half an hour, I think.
Yeah, probably more like 12 hours of driving through Utah.
Maybe not that much, but quite a bit. So let's get back at it.
Long drives, stretching is very important.
So we're somewhere in the middle of Utah along I-15. Not 100% sure where. North of Cedar City, I guess, but we still have lots more driving to do today.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long one, but I think today will be the longest driving that we have to do.
Am I annoying you yet?
Oh yeah.
I had a lot of coffee, so I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
I think we'll listen to some music.
So it's getting to be about lunchtime and we are hungry, so we decided to find a spot to just park and make a little bit of lunch. But we didn't want to be right by the freeway, so we decided to drive about 10 minutes east of the 15 freeway up into these nice mountains. So we have this nice view, and then we will be back on the freeway driving north. We're just outside of Fillmore, Utah, and we still have about 6.5 hours to go until we get to Jackson. Knock, knock, knock.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
What do you got going on in here?
Oh, a little lunch stop. Made a couple sandwiches, got some strawberries.
Get that gourmet lunch.
That's right.
Now I know you've seen us in this van a couple of times and you're probably super curious about the ins and outs of it, but don't worry, we are going to make a full van tour video that will be coming up, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you do not miss that. One more quick stop. We are in Provo, Utah. We're going to start heading up into the mountains from now on. I'm so excited to get off the 15 freeway. We stopped to get some gas because it is $2.17 a gallon, which is insanely cheap because we live in California and it's super expensive there. I'm excited to get up into the mountains and get a little bit more fresh air. Hopefully there's no smoke from the wildfires. We've had a little bit of trouble from that on this trip so far. But so far, so good. We're making good time, although I don't know if we'll make it to Jackson tonight. Fingers crossed, but who knows? It's always an adventure. We finally made it to Wyoming!
5 states in 2 days. That was pretty wild. Probably wouldn't want to do that all the time, but I'm glad that we made it here. We're still not all the way to Jackson, but at least we made it into Wyoming today, so that's pretty rad. Let's go take a look at this sign.
But our destination of Jackson, Wyoming is still pretty far away. So we're probably going to camp somewhere around here for tonight. There's been a significant drop in temperature, so I'm about to go put a jacket on. We're finally getting up into that cooler fall weather. So I was definitely looking forward to getting out of the heat in LA. And through Utah, we drove through some really pretty fall colors. So I'm hoping it'll be like that up in the Yellowstone area. But even just crossing over into Wyoming, it's freaking cold.
Yeah, it's a lot chillier up here.
Yeah, there's a huge difference in temperature from like Provo, Utah to Evanston, Wyoming.
Yeah.
So I'm happy I brought my down coat. I'm gonna be busting out those layers tonight, I think.
I think we're gonna try to get a little further today, but I'm not sure if we're gonna get all the way to Jackson.
Getting a pretty nice first Wyoming sunset. What do you think?
Pretty nice. Okay, we have made it to our campsite for the night.
It wasn't free tonight, unfortunately, but it was only $10, so not too shabby if you ask me.
We're about 100 miles from Jackson, so we're just gonna drive the rest of it tomorrow because we really couldn't go any further.
We got in the dark, but as I read online, I think this is a pretty nice campsite, so we shall see in the morning. But we're starving and exhausted, so I think we're gonna have ourselves some very late dinner and go to sleep.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of our Wyoming adventure.
We do have some cool hikes and wildlife adventures coming up, so you don't want to miss those. Make sure you hit that notification bell and a thumbs up if you like this video.
Also, thank you so much to Travellers Autobarn. We will be doing a full van description in another video very soon.
Full van tour.
Yeah, full van tour. That's what I meant.
Fu Manchu.
I'm really tired. It's time to go to bed.
Good night, happy travelers. This is Kevin and the Awkward Tourist. Peace out. Take two. I wasn't recording.
That whole time?
Yeah,
For real?
for real.
Okay.
I forgot to hit record. On the road again. I can't wait to be on the road again.
And it got very cold in the middle of the night, which should be interesting for the next couple days.
It wasn't that cold. Would you like to play Brooklyn by Jesus? So, without further ado,
Further ado,